So now this is your girls recording. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. I've been meaning to talk about this for a minute. Dr. Disrespect situation is crazy. If y'all haven't heard about this or what's been going on, he's been exposed as of recent timing. And Charlie, shout out to you. I'm sure it is you gonna be able to explain it more than I can and within the intro. So without further ado, y'all, let's get into this next video, y'all. Let's do it.
There are some questions we may never know the answer to. What happens when we die? What came before the Big Bang? Why am I so short? Why did Dr. Disrespect get banned from Twitch at the height of his popularity in 2020? Dr. Disrespect was the face of Twitch, one of the largest streamers on the platform and one of the largest streamers just in general in the world. And out of nowhere, in 2020, he received a permanent ban, with no elaboration from Twitch's side, nor his. Though he has been somewhat vocal about suing Twitch as a result of getting banned, but he's never explained what the ban was for in the first place. So it's always just been this mystery that's plagued the minds of scholars for the last 4 years. A mystery on par with Area 51. And now, last night, there was a new development in this situation. Now, I want to be very clear, these are still allegations here, but a former Twitch employee on a random Friday night just came out and dropped a fucking bombshell claiming that Dr. Disrespect got banned because he was caught sexting a minor using the Twitch Whisper system and trying to meet up with them at TwitchCon.
Damn. Damn. Yep. I seen this as of yesterday. I seen this tweet as of yesterday. I'm like, damn. That's never good. And especially, I don't know what's going on within the age of 2024. Maybe that was Cat Williams himself and the interview that he did in Club Shay Shay, saying it is all darkness will come to light. And ever since then, people have been getting exposed, man. It's been a whole lot of like rap beef, and it's been a whole lot of content creators out here that has been really getting exposed for texting or trying to get with these minors. And this is not the first one. We've reacted to so many different videos of content creators being exposed for the same thing. I don't get it. I just do not get this, y'all. I do not get this. And especially when you have a platform, you have things to lose. People usually attack those platforms when it is that they feel scorned, right? But you are willingly out here actively trying to talk to a minor. And the crazy thing is most of these people, they know that these are minors. They know that these are under 18-year-old individuals. It still proceed to try to develop these relationships with them and everything. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. I just don't. But maybe I'm giving too much grace on people because in my mind, I'm thinking something that's common sense and somebody else is thinking it is like, oh, well, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I'm going to do this anyway. It's like, come on, bro. Damn.
An extremely surprising statement that jump scared the entire streaming community. Like, first of all, I didn't even know people used the Twitch Whisper system. That in and of itself was a shock. Twitch Whispers is more archaic than AIM and more useless than flavored toilet paper. It hardly functions. It's a joke of a messaging service. But anyway, these are obviously massive allegations against Dr. Disrespect. Now, they didn't provide any evidence or proof of the claims. However, a lot of other parties, like journalists, came forward saying that they had heard similar things from Twitch employees. Like, their trusted sources had told them similar stories about the reason behind Dr. Disrespect's ban. But again, no evidence has been provided publicly for all of this. Right now, it's just a lot of people saying, like, this is what we heard too. Dr. Disrespect did reply to a tweet talking about it a little bit, saying, Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. The vast majority of people were pretty unsatisfied with that response from the doc because it's a bunch of hooey, like mumbo-jumbo legal lawyer speak that doesn't actually say anything. Like, instead of saying he didn't do what the claims are, like he didn't sext a minor, he said no wrongdoing was acknowledged, not that no wrongdoing happened.
It was
and then
done,
mentions
right.
that Twitch paid out the whole contract. which I think the reason he threw that in there is to try and illustrate that Twitch ended up settling with him and
And today, Dr. Disrespect said he's taking a break from streaming because he's burnt out. Okay. Okay, bro. Anytime it is that a streamer is just like, oh, I'm about to take a break, and I don't want to disparage anybody it is who going through, because nobody talks about this as being a streamer, how mentally taxing this is, and especially when we're talking about men's mental health awareness month. You know what I mean? I want that to be very clear here. I'm not disparaging that whatsoever, because I feel it. There are a lot of times it is people don't realize how taxing this is, and to stay consistent and have that drive to consecutively keep doing this, including with on YouTube. You know what I mean? And it's not the easiest to do this.
when shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of, it's like how many times can I just I don't like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champ. So I just, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something. I don't know. Create content with, and over the years it's just gotten, I don't know, like it's been drained out of me. It's being drained out of me. It's being drained out of my family and I. And I'll tell you, I just I don't know. I'm just feeling burnt out. Maybe it's time to start something new, something different. Challenge those creative senses, a desire to explore different realms, if you will.
Interessante. Okay. We are terminating our friendship with. Ooh. Ooh. All right, let me put my camera back over here. Boom. On Friday evening, we was aware of the alleged allegation against one of our co-founder, assume his innocence, and began speaking of the parties involved in order to maintain our principles and standards as. Ah, damn, that's not good. That's not good. Oh, somebody reacted to it too? Bet. What I was going to say, what I was going to say with this, because he's saying and the lines of like, well, it may be some time to start something new, get the creative flowing. Now, these are questions it is that every streamer and content creator has at the end of the day, because you have to realize that, which is why I don't ever want to have a big head when it comes down to this. I don't care to how many subscribers it is that I have, any followers, or how much money it is that I make onto these platforms. Something can able to happen to me to where I am not guaranteed this tomorrow. Okay. And I always think about that. And now you have to think about what's the next steps. Most of the time with content creators, there's no such thing as media training or having a proper team to kind of pull your coat and to navigate you on the things it is you're supposed to be doing and what not to do and what not to say and everything. So now you got to ask those questions on, what am I going to do when shit hits the fan? And it could be for any reason, you know what I mean? Now, some stuff it is there are things that you can very much oh, it could be avoidable as much as possible. And there's other stuff it is that other people look at you and your platforms and they try to attack it. They try to do things illegal stuff and everything like that. And then now you got to go ahead and like have a whole team and stuff like that. Boom, to follow the directions of what's going on. But when you are actively putting yourself in a situation to where it is that stuff like this of being caught with minors and stuff, the last thing it is you want to be doing is saying, is it, oh, I'm just going to take a break, this and this, because now it's almost looking like it is that that you're guilty, and now it's just like, well, I'm just going to disappear, just hope and pray it is that people are going to forget that. People don't forget those things because that's how it is. The repetitive cycle comes about. You take some time off, you know, and then you come back to streaming, deal with that a little bit, this and this, complain about it, and then you get caught for doing the same thing later on. So there's no lesson being learned whatsoever at all. It's avoiding accountability. So that's my only thing it is that I'm a little bit perplexed about. And plus, there are a lot of streamers it is who really be like, hey, listen, I need to take like a break and stuff like that. Boom. And I just don't like that in the sense that you're using that to kind of escape accountability. That you gotta own up to the things, you know what I mean? You gotta be on your platform and just be like, hey, listen, this was being said about me. Damage control it. Please damage control it as much as possible. And then be like, hey, listen, if you don't want to partake within my streams or within my content anymore, I understand that. I take full accountability and responsibility for what it is that I did, this, and this. That's how you move forward. And if people want to forgive or not, that's up to them at the end of the day. But let's continue.
Paid out his whole contract, which must mean that he was in the right legally, I think is what he's getting at, but it's so obtuse and still doesn't shut down the claim that has been made against him. So most people were left scratching their head wondering,
What happened?
well, is it true or not?
Exactly.
So about an hour ago, he did make a follow-up tweet here saying, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. He definitely provides a little more clarity with this statement. However, I have to wonder what legal obligations have got him like fucking strangled like Homer Simpson around Bart Simpson's neck that are preventing him from just saying he didn't sext a minor if he didn't. He's still kind of talking around it, saying it's been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, he was paid, instead of just like outright coming out with a fucking iron fist saying, this is baloney, this is a load of horseradish, absolute fish paste, that's not true. Whatever this legal settlement with Twitch was in the Thunderdome here, it's prevented him from being able to talk directly about this claim, it seems, which is...
That sounds like an NDA. That sounds like a very strict NDA or contract to where it is, even if you didn't do anything, it's gonna look like it is that you did. And now you can't talk about it because there's money involved with it. And that's usually how most businesses work when it comes down to signing those things. I've told you I've done NDAs before. I've done a lot of film projects and working with clients and everything like that of that nature. And it doesn't matter what the circumstances is, it is business at the end of the day. So, and especially when there's money involved with it, if you, and they did a payout as well. So in my mind, what I'm thinking is in order to get this level of money, you had to sign this contract, and the contract got some fine prints in there that you can't move or shake out of. However long it is that that contract is for. Sometimes it is there are lifetime contracts at that, and then you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta go find an attorney to find an attorney to find another attorney to and go to court to try to get yourself out of those binding contracts. It's sticky. It can be very sticky with what's in the fine print. That's why you always gotta read these fine prints. It's cool to have a contract. It's cool to say that, like, oh yeah, I'm contracted this, and this, but you have to know what it is you're looking into and what you're signing into before it is you sign off on it. Especially when it is they're paying you out. That is hush money. That is a shh, shh, shh. We're giving you this money. Shut up. Don't say anything else. Don't talk about it. You cannot say this, and this. And that could make people look at Twitch a little weird. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, damn, like, well, how you gave this contract to this person, this, and this, what's really going on? It raises so many questions. So, and because of the fact that I am streaming on the platform of Twitch, I don't even want to ruffle those feathers. But you get what it is that I'm saying.
Is so fucking odd. Now, I think it's important I mention just how uncommon it is for Twitch to permanently ban a streamer of any size, period. That's more rare than a total solar eclipse. It just doesn't happen often at all. There was a streamer
Especially
who
if you're
went
the
live and
face
she
of Twitch.
goatseed herself directly at the camera on Twitch, only got a 72-hour ban. A year or two ago, there was a streamer who had full-blown sex on stream and she only got a 72-hour ban. There's
is
so many
crazy.
streamers that also have like 10 or even 12 bans to their name, and still get to stream on Twitch without issue. So a permaban doesn't happen often, and it certainly doesn't happen often to the biggest streamer on their platform, and Dr. Disrespect was under a big contract with Twitch at the time of his ban. So for them to permanently ban him at the height of his popularity while he was the face of their platform with a big contract from them, it had to be something big. And the theory I subscribe to, and the most commonly accepted theory for why he was banned, was that it must have been some kind of big contract dispute. This time period was a wacky one, quite quirky for sure. It's when Mixer was still around, God rest its soul. It went out with a sad, pathetic whimper, a little wet fart into the wind, but at the time, it was a juggernaut, and it was scaring Twitch. It had recently bought Ninja off of Twitch to Mixer. It bought Shroud. And there was a little bit of a panic from Twitch, who then started issuing massive contracts to streamers on their platform to keep them there and away from Mixer. So the idea was that maybe Dr. Disrespect was talking with Mixer about a huge contract buyout, and it pissed Twitch off, so they banned him and wiped their ass with that contract, which led to Dr. Disrespect suing them for it, but Twitch in the settlement made sure that he kept his mouth shut about it.
Yeah.
That was the main theory most people believed, again, myself included. And now this has come out. And again, there's no evidence to support the claims,
Yeah,
but
there
with a
isn't.
handful of other people coming forward saying they heard a similar reason behind his ban, it's got a lot of people believing that it must be accurate. Now, if it is true, it does also make Twitch look pretty bad here, in my opinion, because
I just said this. Because if this is the case, and they gave him a contract and they paid him out, then that looks bad on Twitch. And they're not trying to take that accountability. They're trying to have that hush hush and be like, hey, listen, sometime this gonna blow over and we gonna act like it is that this didn't happen. That that's what that is. That's what it is. I literally just said that.
this is a situation that deals with child safety on their platform, and if the face of their platform was sexting a minor through their Whispers service, I think Twitch has a responsibility to explain what they're going to do going forward to ensure that kind of shit doesn't happen again.
They're probably
Though
not
I
gonna
guess
say
there could
anything.
again be some real fucky nonsense in the legal proceedings that followed. I have no clue, really. But in the event that it is true, it still makes it seem like Twitch was covering up for the face of their platform being a predator. And that's not a good look for Twitch. So I guess it's also possible that Twitch wanted to bury this as well to not take some kind of reputational hit in the public eye. Especially, I guess, during 2020 when Mixer was around. So I guess that's possible. I do,
Yeah.
however, think now that this allegation has come out, whether it's true or false, I think this is going to be the start of the information around the ban coming forward, either from Twitch or Dr. Disrespect here, because this is such a massive allegation. So someone's going to come forward to set the record straight one way or the other is what I think will probably happen here, but I could be totally wrong. It could be another 4 fucking years before there's even a peep about the Dr. Disrespect Twitch ban mystery. But something I've seen a lot of other people
Okay, hear me out. What if it was someone high up in corporate who tossed out the allegations? They were proven false and they made Dr. Disrespect sign the NDA to keep him quiet and do damage control because we haven't seen any proof.
It could be. That could be a reason. But again, I can't speak for staff of Twitch and who was in charge of like conjuring up the contract for Dr. Disrespect to sign and what was in it. We don't know. That's the thing about with NDAs and with contracts that this level of severity is it's whatever what's in it, it's said. I don't want to say that you could put whatever it is that you want within an NDA, but it could be something very corrupt. It could be to the point to where it is either the person that in the corporation they doing some shady stuff too that you would never know because of the fact of like this is and this, and if you speak on those things, then you are very liable of getting sued or even jail time for even doing stuff like that. So it could be anything within this. We can only do speculation at this point, and also we don't have any concrete proof of him even texting a minor as or sexting a minor. So we only could just go based off of speculation at this point. You know, I'm trying to be as fruitful with my wording here because we don't know for sure until this things come out. But if they do at this rate,
People talking about is they're surprised that Twitch was reading whispers in the first place. I don't think anyone should be caught off guard by that. In the current day and age, everything you send through any service can easily be accessed by that service and is most likely being accessed by that service.
yep,
All of
and the
your
police
data
can
is
do it too.
constantly being harvested and sold. I thought everyone knew that by this point. So in this case, Twitch having access to the whispers and reading them and then taking action from them isn't like an unheard of concept at
Right.
all. It's just a matter of not that's the reality of what happened, if this is a true claim or not. But anyway, just kind of wanted to go over where everything's at right now. It's kind of just a complete mess. So I guess we'll see as the story develops. That's really about it. So yeah.
Hey, listen, this is the unfortunate thing about with this is that we don't know until it is that we have some accuracy, um, something legitimate before it is we can even talk about with these things. But it is it is a bit strange for sure. But Charlie, shout outs to you, gang. Thank you so much for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat. And shout outs to you at home. I will catch y'all in the next video.